reading from the subreddit Hypothetical Situations. So people ask these sort of ridiculously crazy hypothetical questions that really aren't in the realm of possibilities, but hypothetically they are, right? So these questions are what you would do in these situations, or if not, this could happen. So I will read the post and then, give my take on the post and maybe read a couple of the comments pending. So without further ado, okay. Would you be able to stay awake for 48 consecutive hours to win $1 billion? Stipulations. The first 24 hours are as you are able to manage, i.e., it may be in a room with lights. You can order food, caffeine, water, etc. with a budget of $20. The second 24 hours immediately following the first 24 hours take place in a pitch black room. You must lie down on a completely comfortable bed for the entirety of this time period. You may only drink 8 cups of water maximum and drink enough butternut squash soup to keep you from starving or dehydrating. If you are allergic to any of those two options, then I guess you are in for a pretty uncomfortable 24 hours. Obviously, all of this is consecutive and continuous. Even a micro sleep in these 48 hours immediately loses you the 1 billion. Okay, 48 hours, $1 billion. So, I've actually stayed up for 48 hours before, so that aspect, not the crazy part. However, those stipulations are, particularly that second half, the pitch black room, being on a bed on your back, and basically not able to get up and move. That would be the hard part, right? Because I could, I don't know. I mean, it's only 24 hours, and if you think about it, they put prisoners in solitary confinement for like days upon end, you know what I mean? And it's almost the same damn thing. So, for $1 billion, I think I can tough it out. So, my answer is yes, I could definitely do that. That's an easy $1 billion for me. I wonder what I would do with my $1 billion first. What would you do with $1 billion? So what do you do? What do you first do? Anyways, let's move on. Okay, here's sort of on brand one for me. You will get $5,000 a day if you don't eat anything, but you can drink any liquids, but they should be not too thick. Every 10 days, the amount will increase by 2,000. You need to hold out for 20 days, otherwise you won't get anything. If you wish, you can continue though. If after 20 days you stop your fast, you will get all your earned money and your health will return to normal without any harm. But with each week, you will feel more and more real hunger. So, I did a 10 or 9 day water fast in like 2018. Straight water, no food, nothing else, just water. But by the time I got to that last day, my body, it didn't want to operate quite right. I just didn't have the energy to do what I needed to do, right? Like I could barely get up to use the bathroom because I just had no energy. I had like no electrolytes, right? So my body was like running on E, trying to move all of my weight. Mind over matter. I know a guy who fasted for like several months straight water. Is that right? But yeah, he did it, and he lost like a crap ton of weight. I wish I could remember his name. If I remember his his account name. I'll put it in the description because it's crazy. Like when I saw him do that, I was like, whoa. But in this case, I get $5,000 a day. Yeah, I'm about to make some bank. Yeah, so stay physically 25 years old until age 90 or receive $50 million. A scientist has created a pill which stops aging. Your first option is to receive the pill. If you ingest the pill, your body will stop aging. Your body will physically be like a 25-year-old prime age until 90. At 90, you die from natural causes. Or you can receive $50 million instead. If you pick the money, then you will age normally and grow old like everyone else. What would you pick and why? You kind of had me in the first half there, buddy. Because I was about to, take that 25 and just be 25. Are you kidding me? That would be amazing. That's crazy. But then to just die of natural causes all of a sudden at 90, that kind of sucks. And I don't really like knowing the exact day / time that I'm going to die. So that's kind of a big no. I mean, that's kind of a no-brainer at this point, right? I'm basically getting $50 million, right? Like, $50 million or nothing, right? $50 million or be 25 for X amount of years and die. At the same time, of course, I could die at any time, right? And in fact, making it to 90 years old is rare. My grandma, however, did just make it to 90 years old, so let's give her a round to my grandma. Love you. 90 years old. But yeah, that's not an easy feat to do whatsoever, especially for men. I think I read somewhere that like the average age, like peak age for men is like 60 something. That's crazy. Like I know that like that sounds like a lot, but it really isn't. 60 in the grand scheme of numbers and years, 60 is minuscule. You know what I mean? Like you just don't realize it. And it's crazy to think that like dudes die like off that easy. I mean, it's not that surprising when you think about it, but yeah, women live longer. Actually, with that logic, now it's tougher. Now it's a tougher thing to choose because I have that locked in. I immediately have a longer lifespan than the average person, just right away. Like, is your conscious separate from your brain? Actually, I think I'll go for the 25. I'll stay 25 until 90. And then I get to die of natural causes. Are you kidding me? Like, absolutely. I'm taking that. No arthritis. No all of that ungraceful aging stuff that happens. You would think you would be rewarded the more you age and survive on this awful planet. But actually, you're punished for the more where you live. That's crazy. Like, your body's just going to completely betray you. You know what I mean? And I think the worst of it all is probably dementia. You don't recognize your kids, your family, nothing. And, that's eating up on them because it's like, they're essentially, at a certain point, they're taking care of somebody that they don't know and doesn't know them, right? So it's like, this is a whole new person, basically. So, let's move on. It's just a whole lot, right? Now, not everybody gets dementia. There are people who are in their hundreds right now who don't have dementia. In fact, I think I saw something the other day where some lady was like 100 and X amount, and she was like smoking and everything, and I'm like, and I think she literally said the answer for her old age was smoking. So let's do one more, because we're reaching nearly 30 minutes, and like I told you, I'm trying to get these lower. So even though I just went on that long tangent, but it might get cut, so we'll see. Actually, I just found a couple really interesting ones. I wonder if I can just speed through these. You get $750,000 a year, but you have to use public transportation everywhere you go. a novel in the post, so, you know, I ain't got time for that. So, let's just assume that that's it. $750,000, but you gotta take public transportation everywhere. So, you're a rich biatch. Okay, you're making bank, but you gotta take public transportation. First of all, I can only speak to my experience, but for me, I know one thing I never want to have to do is take public transportation. There's just something about the people in my location who are on the bus. They're just always so dang sketchy. Weird. Anyways, to have to take public transportation and you're worth that kind of money. Like, our public transportation ends at like 7 p.m. here. And some places it's like 24/7, you know? Like in the movies, they're all like midnight bus rides. And I'm like people are on a bus at night. Like, that's crazy. Like, I would never be on the bus at night. Like, they get off of work and they take a bus home. I'm like what? Like, that doesn't happen. What was that question? Oh, yeah. So, would I do it? I don't think I could. You know what I mean? Like, it's going to be obvious at a certain point that you're making a lot of money. And people are probably going to find it weird that you're taking public transportation. But that will also probably make you a target for the more ill-intended. You would just be such a target. Like, even though you make that money, you know, people are stupid. So they expect you to be carrying around like $10,000 at one time. Like, that's not how it works, but people are dumb. So they'll like hijack you, like, give us the money, and it's like, I have a credit card, that's all I got. They're like, give me whatever, and I'll shoot you. And it's like, well, what do you think do you think I'm carrying around like thousands of dollars? Like, what do you think I am, like a drug lord? Like, come on. And then of course they waste me because I'm talking crap. It's a no for me. So, alright. That question took longer than I anticipated answering. But I'm gonna try to answer one more anyways. Ooh. Real quick, for perfect teeth, would you go toothless for 3 years? Yes. 100K to get a tattoo of a jar of Hellman's mayonnaise on your arm. Well, first of all, Hellman's is delicious, so I'm inclined to do it. However, and that's it. There's no stipulations. So yes, easy. Oh, you're kidding me? I'll probably get up by my shoulder, and probably get like a jar of Miracle Whip right next to it. It's so good on tuna sandwiches, right? Like, it's so good on tuna sandwiches, but it's very, very particular. You know what I mean? It's not as versatile as mayonnaise, but the things that it can do that mayonnaise does do, it does so much better, right? We're not gonna argue about this. The answer is right. One more. You get your own moderately successful Arby's 1 year from now. Or you can wait 2-3 years to own 3 years for 3 Arby's, etc. How long are you waiting? I love my 3 beef and cheddar, so I can't wait. Yeah, I'm going for the 1 year. I gotta have my Arby's as soon as I possibly can. So 1 year, 1 Arby's, and I'm probably going to run it into the ground pretty quickly. I'm gonna be eating from my own supply. Just totally mismanaging funds left and right. They used to make these really good chocolate shakes a couple years ago. Pfft, you kidding me? I would just, it's all bad. It's all bad. One last one, real quick. Oh, this is the one I wanted to read, because I want to see what the comments say. Would humanity as a whole survive if the entire population aged 19 and older vanished? We're talking like a Thanos snap. All humans older than 18 disappear into thin air all at once. What would happen to the world and the remaining people? Would humanity be able to survive this event, or would it be the end of the human race? My thought on that is, am I looking at the wrong part? I think I am. I think I was reading somewhere that like the average age of the person on the planet was most of the population is way older than that. So all of them are gone, and you're left with nothing but people 18 and under. It's a wrap. It's done. It's over. I don't even think we'll make it I don't even think humanity will make it a couple months, let alone just as a whole. Like it's done. It's done. Because once like the older generations teach the newer generations what they need to know, if all of them are gone and you're left with a whole bunch of 18-year-olds, and they have to like, and they're kids basically, you know what I mean? So they gotta teach people under them, and they don't know nothing to begin with. It's a wrap for old humanity, I'm afraid. Maybe a couple weeks surviving off of like all the stuff that was already there, you know what I mean? But then, because you gotta remember these are younger people, so they're not really gonna have like the, you know what I mean, the common sense to realize that they need to ration. So that's out. And so yeah, before you know it, like all the food's gone. Then they're gonna start probably eating off each other. Probably gonna start whacking off the younger kids because they're just easy prey. And it's just, yeah, it's over. So, well, I think we're done here. Anyways, I will see you. I will see you guys in the next video.